Hello students, welcome back to the platform of Bioruminates. Today I have come up with another topic from the chapter Principle of Inheritance and Variation, and we are going to discuss about T.H. Morgan and his work on fruit fly Drosophila melanogaster. This topic is not only informative from the examination point of view, but it is also motivational, as my perspective is to imbibe positivity from whatever we are doing. So, as far we were discussing about the genetics, its magnificent inheritance pattern. Now, I want you to know about the fly man of genetics, that is T.H. Morgan. T.H. Morgan is also known as father of experimental genetics. Morgan initially began his career as an embryologist, but he was so inspired by Mendel's principle that he shifted to the genetic experimentations. Initially, his experimental work was based on mice and rats, but in 1909, Morgan shifted to Drosophila melanogaster, that is, fruit fly. This fly had tremendous effect on the future of genetics and also on the Morgan's scientific upliftment. Due to work on fruit fly, Morgan is also known as fly man of genetics. In fact, to your fascination, let me tell you that Morgan's 16 by 23 feet small laboratory, which was located on the first floor of the Columbia University, was also known as Fly Room of Genetics. Lack of facilities tried to hinder Morgan's initial work, and this congested fly room just had 8 desks with multiple students, and the only equipments they had at that time were milk bottles which were used for rearing flies and handheld lenses for observing the traits. In spite of these physical limitations, Fly Room was source of important research in history of genetics. Although resources were limited, but there was excitement about the research every morning among the undergraduates who were working with Morgan. Morgan and Fly Room illustrate a tremendous importance of atmosphere in producing great scientific outcomes. But initially, after observing a lot of good things in this laboratory was flushed with resources and they had a lot of equipments. Later on, those little lenses were replaced by microscopes and those little milk bottles were replaced by incubators. Due to Morgan's work, Drosophila is established as model experimental organism of the experimental genetics. The benefits of using Drosophila was it was grown on the simple media, which means that they do not had to spend a lot on the media or growing condition of that fruit fly. Along with it, fruit fly had short life cycle, which led them to made several observations for several generations. Along with it, a single mate led to production of a lot of progeny, so a lot of assortment experiments can be conducted in the single experiment. At last, there was a clear cut differentiation between the male and female fruit fly, and due to all these reasons, Drosophila was successfully used as the organism in the experimental genetics. And the golden age of Drosophila lasts from 1910 to 1930. Now we are going to talk about the Morgan's contribution in the experimental genetics. First and foremost important contribution was phenomena of coupling and repulsion. For all those who don't know about the coupling and repulsion, I suggest you to look towards the previous video of linkage and recombination. Along with it, Morgan was able to elucidate the mechanism of linkage. He was the one who has given the theory of linear arrangement of genes on the chromosome. Along with it, Morgan was the one who elucidated experimentally the work done by Sutton and Boveri in the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Morgan had approximately 22 books and 370 scientific papers in his contribution. In 1924, he was awarded by the Darwin's Medal, and he also won Nobel Prize in 1933 for his discoveries concerning the role played by the chromosome in the heredity. Now, at last, I want to talk about the lessons we can take from the Morgan's scientific life. He started with less and gave his best, which provoke a thought to work 100% with whatever tools you have at present situation. Second thing is that there was free flow of information between Morgan and his undergraduates, and the result was many of his students from the fly room made great name in the scientific communities, which influences all of us to believe in cumulative progress of all around us. And you will always grow if you are positive about growth of co-workers. Third important thing is he recognized his passion. Although he started as an embryologist, he had compatibility to recognize his strength, which made him Nobel laureate. It prompts us to recognize our hidden potential and to work on it at whatever stage you recognize it. And at last, although he shifted to the genetics, he also had major contribution towards his field of embryology, which suggests versatility and responsibility. So Morgan's life motivate us that just picking a passion never suggests us to dump other important things which are going in our life. We just need to learn how to prioritize things, how to be responsible, and how to be multitasking for whatever we are doing in our life. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Like, subscribe, and share to Bioruminates. Thank you so much.